A VPN is great for security and privacy. By hiding your IP address and encrypting your traffic, it shields your data from snoopers and all kinds of cyber attacks. But its protection scope is limited. So, NordVPN is becoming more than just a VPN. We're introducing a brand new feature to the desktop apps, Threat Protection, and it's going to take your digital security to the next level. Once you enable it on your NordVPN app, Threat Protection will guard your device against malicious websites, malware, trackers, and intrusive ads, even if you're not connected to a VPN server at the time. That's right, when you switch it on, it'll stay on, regardless of your VPN connection. Let's take a look at how it can improve your cybersecurity. Online, one wrong turn can spell disaster for your private data, but not with Threat Protection. It blocks dangerous websites that might potentially host malware, even if you click on a dangerous link by accident. Next up, Malware Protection. If you accidentally download an infected file, it's not the end of your devices just yet. Threat Protection scans every file you download. If a file turns out to be infected, it gets deleted immediately before it can wreak havoc on your computer. Most websites you enter are stuffed with trackers that follow you from one page to another, creating a unique profile of who you are and what you like. Threat Protection blocks trackers, so you can surf the net with more privacy. Ever opened a web page only to be bombarded with intrusive ads and loud autoplay videos? Well, they're not only annoying, some of them can actually be a cyber threat. Threat Protection blocks the intrusive and malicious ads on the spot. So, how do you take your device security to the next level? Make sure you have the latest NordVPN app version on your computer. Then open it and click on the little shield. It's the Threat Protection icon. Toggle the switch on and enjoy ultimate security. You can also find Threat Protection Lite on your mobile apps, but it won't block trackers or malicious files on your phone just yet. Step up your cybersecurity and stay safe. A VPN is great for security and privacy. By hiding your IP address and encrypting your traffic, it shields your data from snoopers and all kinds of cyber attacks. But its protection scope is limited. So, NordVPN is becoming more than just a VPN. We're introducing a brand new feature to the desktop apps, Threat Protection, and it's going to take your digital security. A VPN is great for security and privacy. By hiding your IP address and encrypting your traffic,
we got a little technical difficulty going on there. I was deliberately showing the commercial because I was waiting for the Heartbeat of the South to come in. He was having trouble with his link, so I'm hoping that he is still in the studio. I mean, that he was able to get into the studio. So I'm going to be going there in just a sec and bring everybody in. Thank you all so much for joining us. You are watching the Emily Pearl Show live from Memphis, Tennessee. We're trying to do our New York drone, and we're just going to have a picture clip, I think, it seems that. But that's okay. So everything will be all right. So let's see. In the studio, we have already, of course, is co-hosts of the Moses, SYBIL Marie Presley, and everything is going slow in the studio. Hi, SYBIL. How are you tonight?
Just fabulous. Takes all day to count my blessings.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? All right, the Heartbeat has made it in. All right. Hey, Heartbeat of the South, how you doing?
All right, how's everybody doing?
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
That's Tim Herrington. All right. And, of course, we can't carry on the Friday night show without the fabulous Cathy CC CARLSON. She should be coming
Yay.
in
Okay.
You're so
shortly.
kind.
Yeah,
Thank
hey.
you.
Hi,
There she
Kathy.
is.
Welcome. How are
Hi.
Our
you?
entertainment correspondent.
Beautiful. I have the breeze blowing in through the window, and I got the
Oh,
storm window.
wow.
So now I'm feeling a lot better than I had previously.
Well, that's good. Good.
I got some air.
That is good. That is good. Oh, yeah. I was looking for the show page. I don't see it. But I think it's because I had to do a different billboard and update. And when you update, then a whole lot of things just don't show. And I haven't had a chance to share. So while we catch up, before we bring our guests in, Sybil, what you been doing quickly since Tuesday?
Yeah, today, June 16th, is our videographer's birthday, shouting a big old happy birthday to Richard Self.
Oh, yeah,
And then
that's right.
And then also, it was the first day of Juneteenth. So I went out with Robert Perry at Douglas Park, and I helped to feed, give food out to 300 families.
Wow.
So I did that today. And then at 4:30, this woman that has the women's Nashville film group, she knew about my Pothole Blues song, so she called. She sent me a text, and she has a TDOT, Department of Transportation friend that has a party tonight. So she asked me to send her the lyrics, and then she wanted to know what the tune was. So she asked me to do a YouTube video. And instead of the Memphis Pothole Blues, I made it Nashville Pothole Blues, and she sang it tonight. And she said everybody loved it, so that made me feel good.
Wow. Well, you go ahead, Sybil, with that Pothole song. Let's give her a round of applause, y'all.
Definitely.
All
Nice.
right. It'll be in after a while. I think the buttons are just running slow. We got a big delay in the studio. My apologies, but y'all know how it goes. I can't do much about that. All right, then. Cathy, what you been doing since last time we saw you, which is a whole week?
I know. Well, I basically I'm looking forward to the Mexican Latin fiesta here in town.
Oh, okay.
It started on Thursday, and they're going to actually have indigenous speakers and combination of Latino. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah,
Oh, that sounds like fun.
mariachi bands and all that.
Okay.
Oh, I like
So what are you
mariachi.
going to be doing there? Just
Just enjoying
so
basically.
you're just going to listen and
Yeah.
just
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I like
I'm gonna switch
mariachi.
places with you, and I'm gonna try to change the textile so the boxes are not so big. I mean, the box is really big, right? I might bring Sybil down here at the bottom because she seems to sit taller than anybody. Yeah, we can
That's
see her
fine.
head a little
Uh-huh.
bit better. But I'm gonna change the text just so I can see if I can get it smaller.
I can't
It's
see
the
the
box.
chats. I don't know what the problem is.
I'm trying to make it smaller. The chat. Oh, you can't see the chat.
No, I'm not going to worry
Box.
about it. I don't want to knock myself out of the studio.
Well, it's showing on my end. I hadn't put anything up. I'll put my chat up. There's me saying hello, everybody, and
Okay.
hello and welcome. Let's see. There's Mary from Michigan. Hi, Mary. I'll put her
Hey.
chat up. There's Mary's, but her picture isn't showing like it normally does. So let's see if mine is showing. Yeah, it is. It showed. Okay, let's put Mary back up. Yeah, that's showing. I think what happened is I've got pop-up boxes that go in the studio that allows me to do different things. They're just popping up everywhere and blocking everything. All right, so let's get to our special guest tonight. He helped save the show. And I don't see him in front of his computer yet. But Cathy, he's on his way. He's coming in now to sit down. Cathy, go ahead and call his name, and I'll bring him in, and then you can just tell us all about our guest, okay?
Okay. All right. Clive Kennedy. He was brought up in country estates in England, in France, and on a farm in Africa. And he's won awards for the CCMA Songwriter, Vocalist, and Entertainer of the Year. And Clive is currently a unique niche in country music because he has country music with a British twang. So what do you think of that?
That's awesome.
I want to hear him sing. I want to hear you sing tonight. That's what I want.
Oh,
Okay, you got a request already. I think our mission
I'm there.
would like to see. Hi, yeah, you're here, Clive.
Hi,
welcome.
I was in the green room. Sorry.
Yeah, I put you in. I brought you on into the main room. So welcome to the Emily Pearl Show. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm very thrilled and honored to be here.
Switch on and enjoy ultimate security.
Oh, something's playing? Hold on.
is that you, Clive?
No, you're selling something at the same time.
Oh, must be the studio.
It is not me. Hi, Sandra.
Is that you, Clive?
Let me see what's going on.
Ooh.
It's not
Oh
coming
yeah,
from
but
my
you got
end.
a feed. He's got a feedback going. You got something else playing the show, Clive?
Yeah.
Clive, do you have any of your phones on? Or anything?
No.
You got something else playing the show,
Off.
Clive?
Clive, do you have any of your phones on?
Let me check mine.
Yeah,
It might
there's a delay.
be on the
A delay.
studio. I found it. I found it.
You
I found it. I found
What
it.
was it?
Sorry about
You gotta
that.
get those little
Yeah.
sneaky pieces. You gotta watch them.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hello, Sandra
It was from the studio. Hi, Sandra. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. All right. Cathy,
Oh.
back to you. Tell us some more about Clive.
Yes. Tell
Okay.
me more.
Tell you more. Okay, Clive Kennedy. He hails from Los Angeles, and he actually he has had management with Johnny Cash Management, which is cool, for over 20 years. So, do you want to talk about that, Clive? That's a pretty cool accomplishment.
I could correct that.
Okay,
Johnny,
I like
yeah, Lou Robin, he did manage me for a year, and then Johnny Cash died. But he was Johnny Cash's manager for 22 years, not mine. But
okay.
he managed me, Johnny Cash, and Don Ho's daughter. Don Ho was a Hawaiian star. And so those were the three people Louis Robin managed at the time. Didn't really help me because I thought we were going to open for Johnny Cash, and then he died. Very inconvenient. And I have to tell you, the same thing happened with Elvis Presley, and I think you all know about Elvis. So, but he died in the same year that Whitehaven Music, which was the company that signed me up, was going to have Elvis do, I think, 2 or 3 of my songs. I did 3 demos for him. So he died.
Wow.
So don't say you're going to do a song of mine, otherwise you're going to feel ill and kick the bucket.
Well, I'm not going to do any of your songs then.
No,
Oh, you'll
believe-
probably want to, but you could.
Well, maybe we might have a place with Elaine Presley. Everyone knows Elaine Presley. That's not funny.
I can see we're in for a lot of that.
Anyway,
That was a
Yeah.
laugh coming. That was a laugh coming in at what Sybil had said about she won't do any of Clive's songs.
oh, okay, little delay,
That was-
but that's cool.
It's on a delayed track, isn't it? The laughter.
Okay, so let's get on with it. Clive has also played at many clubs in Nashville, including such well-known venues as the Bluebird Cafe. So,
Bluebird
that's
Cafe.
famous.
I think it's the Bluebird.
did I say the Bluebird? I thought I did.
I thought
Well, you said
Blueberry.
Bluebird.
I beg
Yeah.
your pardon. I heard Blueberry and I enjoyed that.
Bluebird Cafe.
Yeah, the Bluebird Cafe, a very famous cafe, mainly for songwriters and things, I think, that sort of thing. But I'm sure it's huge because it was on the television I went there. I was there before it was so famous. I mean, it was always famous, but not as famous as it was when it was on the Nashville television show.
Wow.
So
he's also.
I
Yeah, go
forgot
ahead.
what I was answering now. Was I answering?
Well, it's about the Bluebird Cafe, but you've also performed at the Nashville Palace, Tootsie's, Legends, and Roberts.
I have. I've performed all over, and Gatlinburg and Sevierville and places like that, and here in LA where it's not really that popular, country music, and so it's an uphill struggle right here, especially being English and then doing country music. It's a few extra steps to climb.
All right. So you're one of the few British country music singer-songwriters.
Well, as far as I know, I'm the only one here.
In the States, you mean?
Yes, I mean in the States. I think there are a few of them trying to do it in England. They did have a country music magazine in England, and they had 2 of them, I think. And country music did so badly that they joined together, and half of the magazine was one magazine, and the other half was upside down, was the other magazine. At least I saw that for 1 or 2 years. That was some time back. But yeah, they had country music's popular in pockets in England, and they have clubs. I think country music is a little bit more popular in America. But I am, I think, the only one out here, although somebody may contradict me. Yes, I think I was going to answer to that, but I won't.
Well, you've sung songs from Marty Robbins, Hank Williams, Merle Haggard, and when you did this in South Africa, you actually did this wailing from a battery-operated record player in the primitive rural life of South Africa. But you also sang to Elvis, the Beatles, and the Stones in the discos of London. So, I mean, that's quite accomplished. That's wonderful.
Yes, well, we had my band and I had a #3 hit in England. And so we were in all the same sort of clubs at that time as those people. And we actually knocked the Beatles out of the #3 position in France, and went to #3, and then we went to #1 and knocked the Beatles out of the #1 position, but then they went to #3. That was a hit record that I had in France. A different record.
Well, what was it called?
It was called Lulu, Put Another Record On. That's what it was called. And then it went, I don't know, Lulu, Put Another Record On. Da, 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 da. I actually played trumpet, sort of. Well, I invented this trumpet trombone I call a trumpet, or it could be a trombone, I suppose, but I played that on it, and it made quite a hit, and it occurs to me I've got it.
I think we had a little technical difficulty.
Okay, where's Clive?
Yeah. I think
There you are. We
Clive's
lost
ringing.
Emily.
It must have been a signal problem.
Yeah.
That sounds like
see-
a good song title.
I don't see Emily now.
I'm coming, Sybil. It's just taking, it's just extremely slow. What's happening is that my software is updating and I'm trying to stop it.
Oh my
from
goodness.
Updating. Is
Oh.
everybody in?
yeah.
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 And so it's just,
You know, when something wants
Okay,
to update,
great.
they don't wait on you. They just update.
I know. Yeah, I
that's
could
not-
stop
that's
it. And that's,
horrible.
and
Yeah, that's
it
bad.
does that. And I changed the time. I already changed the time on it and told them what time. You know, you could set the time that you want it to
Okay.
start.
Mhm.
You know, and I always have to set up like 11 o'clock p.m. But like I say, we had that thunderstorm and I lost power.
Oh.
It was yesterday, I think it was, or
Yeah.
day before yesterday. And it was out for about an hour, 2 hours. And so I guess the computer must have reset itself.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what happened.
and I didn't know it, so I'll go in there tonight and change it again. And so I'm stopping that, and naturally, of course, my antivirus software is running too, and I'm getting ready to take care of that. So just y'all just keep going, and I'm working with
Yeah,
this. Keep
you're
going.
wonderful. You're wonderful. Well, Clive, do you want to talk about your Vocalist of the Year awards with the CCMA Country California Country Music Association on
Sure.
traditional? Because you've got 4 awards, and one is with a song we wrote together, Dear John.
Right. And a very
So,
good song it is.
yes,
And was.
What's the title of it?
Dear John.
Oh,
Dear John. That's how it goes.
It
Okay.
even has rain out the window at the end. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like the y'all, you're talking about like the Perrier water.
Well, we like that too. Yeah, right, Clive? You like Perrier?
I mean, did you make the song from the Perrier water?
Oh,
No, but that's a thought.
no. But you know, the best onomatopoeia I think I've ever come across was Schweppes, because they used to advertise themselves, as you will remember perhaps.
Oh, Schweppes. I drink Schweppes ginger ale.
Schweppes.
I drink Schweppes ginger ale all the time, practically every day.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
can't get,
Name
you
is
know,
Schweppes.
if I can't get the generic brands, but you know what? Schweppes is a famous name. They've been in business for years.
is it
They
like a
make
German
ginger
is
ale
it German
cocktail
based?
mixers and
from Germany?
I
Schweppes.
don't know.
I'm not sure. What
It's
do you
certainly-
think, Clive?
Well, I think it's not a British name, Schweppes.
Oh, okay.
I don't
And
know
it's
whether-
not
Well, I know that for
Canadian,
sure. Yeah.
Canadian ginger ale. It's not Canadian ginger ale.
No,
Which I
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
yes. Well,
But
now,
it's spelled SCHEPPS.
Schweppes.
But yeah, Schweppes is really old brand. It's probably older than Budweiser.
You never know.
anyway,
But Sybil, you did a Doritos commercial, yeah, kind of thing in church.
Yeah, Emily was on it with me.
And
Oh,
Clive
really?
did an actual Doritos commercial with
I
Austin
did
Powers.
16
Okay.
of them.
It was kind of a parody.
Oh, really? Not one of mine, I don't imagine.
No, it was an original at her church congregation where they had giving her, instead of like a holy host, they gave her a Dorito. It was cool though.
it
I
was,
liked it.
It's on YouTube. I'll have to send it to you.
was it communion? Was it? And you had
Yeah.
It's comedy.
The Dorito was.
comedy, yes.
Union comedy. That's what it was.
No, I was a spokesperson for Doritos on camera for a year and a half, and after the last weekend, I thought, well, really, I should send this out to everybody and have them look at it. I sent it out, and by the end of the weekend, Enrique Iglesias had taken over the spot. So,
Oh no!
but they promised they made a cardboard cutout of me to put in 7-Elevens, and it was only 5'2", and I said, why is it only 5'2"? And they said, well, it was too grainy to blow up any higher. So
Wow!
but they promised to give it to me. They promised to give it to me when the commercials were over, and they didn't. Because once I had a song for them on the last day, because it was their Bold and Daring campaign, and they had these special chips, and I had to say, are you bold? Are you daring enough? Because you're not supposed to know where I came from. And they were standing around on the last day, and I sang, they call me El Dorito, the big nacho. I am bold and daring and quite tall. Yes, they call me El Dorito, the big nacho. And sometimes they don't call me at all. And that's what happened.
Wow! I like that. That's awesome. So did they check it? Did they accept it? They actually used it.
No, they didn't use it. I just sang it to the crew because I was getting on rather well with
Ah.
the crew because I'd done 16 of these. I did 4 of them in Spanish. Eres atrevido, pero eres además.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, wow, listen, you are
You're so
awesome.
talented.
Aren't I?
Yes,
Kathy
yes.
finds the best people for us.
That's all I can
Celebrity.
say.
That was so great.
But when they asked me to do it in Spanish, I went down to my local mechanic who had 10 Spanish-speaking Mexicans in the garage, and I asked each one of them how they'd say it, and then I recorded it and took it home, and so I was ready.
And
but-
studied it.
In the middle
That
of
was
it,
clever.
they changed the words. Sorry, what?
That was very clever. Clever of
No,
you to do it that way.
Well, I didn't want to be wrong. And,
Oh, yeah, but I mean, the first thing probably somebody else would have thought of was to probably get a tutor, you know, and then, but you absolutely came up with a brilliant idea that you didn't have to pay anybody anything, right?
Well, I have to pay the garage for repairing my car, rather a lot.
Yeah, but you didn't have to pay them for a lesson.
But they now call me El Dorito every time I go into the garage. And
The Dorito man,
I had to buy a bunch of Doritos chips to give them because they thought I was getting them free. So
Wow.
So it cost him. It still cost him.
That's,
Yes.
yeah, so it still costs them. Yeah. All right, so Tim, you got any questions for Clive?
Tim,
Let's see.
how are you, Tim?
All right, and you? Glad you came by to spend some time with us.
Yes. Long time no see. Me.
Yeah. Can you remember when you, I guess, fell in love with music? Can you remember that?
Oh, yeah. You know, my mother was a concert pianist and classically trained, and I used to lie under the grand piano as she played Beethoven. I remember doing that, but I've always remembered lyrics for some reason.
Okay.
And enjoyed lyrics.
Wow,
So
you got
I write a lot.
photogenic
Okay.
memory.
Wow.
So talent runs in the family, right?
Yeah.
That's the only memory I have now because the rest of it's going. But the photographic memory, I guess, is still there.
Yeah, you do. Wow. I always wanted that.
So I think.
So hello, Richard. We've got our birthday. Our cameraman for our film and everything that we do is watching the show tonight. So, Clive, how about you sing "Happy Birthday" to Richard for us?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you.
That was so
Happy
great.
birthday, Richard.
Hey, happy birthday, Richard.
Yay.
What a
Very
cameraman.
good.
I love cameramen. I always say
Happy
that.
birthday. Happy birthday, Richard. Happy birthday, Richard. We love you. So that was a special. You actually had birthday sang to you. Happy birthday sang to you, Richard, by a celebrity. All right.
In his own mind, yes.
Yeah, he works really hard and he does a really great job, and he almost ever says no. No, he's very, very dedicated, and he doesn't care what hour it is. He doesn't care how long you have to stay. You know, and you have to have that attitude when you work on a camera.
Mm-hmm. He has a passion for what he does. Love
Yeah,
it.
Mary from Michigan says, "Awesome, happy birthday, Richard." And Sandra will probably say it. She's probably going between her job and checking us out. And Mary, where is that Ernestine from Michigan also? And Paul from Canada. Paul and I from Canada was chatting on the messenger. There's Richard. He say thank you. He say thank you all. That's Richard. Yeah, Paul from Canada and I, SYBIL and Tim, especially Tim. You know Paul from Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were chatting on Messenger last night about politics. But he also, we had asked him about the how 160 fires got started simultaneously at the same time.
Oh, wow.
You know,
There's
in
a lot.
Canada. And so he's like in Toronto. It's like an hour away from him, but he said that he did not experience any smoke. So I guess it was blowing the other direction. You know, it mostly covered half the United States even.
Right.
And but he showed me some videos where it looks like it was some drones flying over that was dropping something red, fire bombs, and
oh my God. Wow, that's
and
scary.
you can see red dust coming from it. So I don't know what the chemicals that they were or what. You know?
Isn't that the fire retardant they use because it's red? The fire
No, these were green trees. The fire hadn't started.
And they were fire bombs, you think?
Yeah, everybody thinks it was but not everybody, but some of us think that it was a conspiracy of somebody doing something. We don't know whether it was the good hatters, the bad hatters, or the mad hatters, but somebody did something.
Yeah.
You know, 160 fires just don't simultaneously start at the same time.
Well, I think if the temperature
They started it. That's where it came from.
I think if the temperature reaches a certain
T-Bone says happy birthday to you,
Richard.
Richard.
Yeah, he got it.
We all gonna get together and celebrate pretty soon.
Yeah, T-Bone, that's me, Richard.
That's Tim. That's Tim's.
Yeah, that's his nickname, T-Bone.
Yeah.
That's his pseudo name. That's not his nickname. That's his pseudo.
He's in the dark. I see.
Yeah, everybody has to have a pseudo. Sybil, you have a pseudo, Sister Magnolia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my comedy character. I got different characters.
Yeah, but you like that one the best, so you pretty much use that.
That's the most popular one. People seem to like Sister Magnolia.
Yeah. So,
well, Clive, are you on? I was going to ask Clive, does he have his songs on YouTube?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, there's some.
But I can't play them on here simply because YouTube will get me for copyright violation. Now, if I had his original video that he sent to me by email, I could play it because, YouTube is very, very strict, as well as Facebook, the social media platforms now. And that's why I can never show the stars when they come on. I can put their link in. And Cathy did send me that. Yeah, Cathy, can you? I'll see if I can go ahead and pull up the email and put the link in the chat in the comment box, so everybody can go to it, and I'll show it on the screen. How about that?
That sounds good.
That sounds good. Are you on Facebook then?
Yes, Clive is on Facebook.
Okay, so we'll take a break and we'll get to all that after break. Okay. So we'll take a break. Everybody, thanks for sticking and staying. Don't go away. Please take this time to share the show.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule it in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you with a replacement you can trust. It's great. That service on your time. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule it in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you.
Love is bigger than ever. The 3-row Subaru Ascent. Dog tested, dog approved. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Welcome to the Shack 12-Week Shred. My name is Rock Shabazz, and I'm here to take you through the same program that I made for this guy right here.
This program is without a doubt a huge reason why I was able to get fit and stay fit. If you put in the work and stay consistent, you just might be able to keep up. This it's time for you to get to work.
All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking and staying with us. And I'm going to bring everybody else into the studio. My clicks are just being delayed. They'll pop in eventually. I see who I haven't gotten clicked on yet. I think it's SYBIL is next. Let me find SYBIL. Yeah, she's in here. It's scrolling kind of slowly too. Okay, there she is. All right, SYBIL, we got you. Okay. All right. Now, SYBIL, you can proceed with your questions while I go ahead and get Clive's links to his platforms and paste them in, okay? Go ahead.
Yeah. So,
my goodness, if I'd known, I could have sent you something, but I had.
Oh, I've got. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. It was last minute, but we'll have you back in plenty of time so that you can send us your original videos. You know, where we can show a couple of them.
So you
a couple is good, but if you only have one, that's okay too.
So I've got dozens.
Okay, so back to you.
A dozen.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to going to YouTube and listen to your wonderful music. Do you also act in movies? I know you do commercials.
You know, the last person who asked me that, it was at a party, and I didn't, but I told him I did. And the next day, I was hired for a job. He said, "Do you have a headshot?" I said, "Yes, I have a headshot." Of course, I didn't, but I had got a cover of a CD, and I made it into the size of a headshot and made up some stuff about past movies I'd made. And not only did I eventually get the Doritos job, but I got a modeling job at Hearst Castle the very next day with very beautiful women. Hearst Castle up the coast in California. And
so funny.
Yes, it was great.
He's a Taurus. He loves beauty.
Yes, I do. Who doesn't?
Yeah, no, I was talking about how he says how he's so clever in these things that he does. Do you have a headshot? No, I didn't, but I did such and such and such. Have you ever been in the movies? Yes, I have, but so I just made up some stuff.
Yeah, well, you can't do it now.
It worked.
This was before you could check it up so easily.
Oh yeah, before technology, huh?
Yeah. Right.
And you know they did used to use telephones now, Clive. Come on.
Yes.
To verify things.
I'd seen a telephone, and in fact, I do remember in England we had dials, and you'd have to dial the number, and of course, the police were 999. Well, it took ages for 9 to come back to 0 when it was dialed. Ridiculous number to have 999. But then you're dead.
Yeah, you have to go all the way around the dial.
I always wondered about that. Yeah, Britain has always been 999, but you know we're 911.
Yes, which
and
is
I don't know
more
about other states.
Well,
of course, we don't have dial phones now.
It's digital.
But it doesn't matter. Why do we have to have the 9? What does that mean? You know, I'm kind of like Clive on that one.
0.
I think it's part of the area code.
No, it's not the area code because Britain's was 999. That's not the area code. Britain has a lot of area codes.
That was a police number. Like we have 911.
0? No, 0 was the operator because I was an operator for Southern Bell.
Yeah,
which y'all now call
that was for
South
operator.
Central. Yeah, because I was an operator. And I go, operator.
That was
All right.
one ringy dingy. That was you.
Yeah.
Ringy dingy.
But we had these wires, you know, we had these wires that we had to plug in and pull out. It was old fashioned. And I'm really like, I have a lot of mercury in my body, I think. And I actually had to quit after 2 years because I kept getting shocked.
Oh,
And
wow.
Yeah, and they didn't take it
I wouldn't like
seriously.
that.
Yeah, they didn't take it seriously at all. But
Wow.
I take it very seriously because it hurt. It's like getting electrocuted.
Well,
I said, okay,
I guess so.
this job I've got to leave because these people are going to watch me get electrified right here while I'm trying to say, I'm afraid.
Yeah, do you have an emergency? Do you have an emergency? I have an emergency.
Yeah. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care not one bit about me.
I don't know how
sometimes
you
have
last
to make a
there
choice.
that long. That's a long time to get shocked every day.
Well, it wasn't every day. I don't.
How did
It wasn't every day. I don't know.
This is a great segue into asking Clive a question because he has an award. He has an award-winning documentary that he might want to talk about. It's short.
Okay.
It's called Come On Time. It says short here. Is it a short documentary?
Yes, it's 46 minutes. I think that's called a short. But it's in the film festival circuit at the moment. And this fellow followed me around for 3 years, documenting everything I did. So it makes me look pretty foolish. But it was shown at the Chinese Theater here in Los Angeles last year.
Oh, wow.
So that's a big screen. They made a big fuss about that, and I was there, and that was the best I'd been treated for ages. And I was also doing a one-man show the next day, so it was quite a busy week.
What's the one-man show that you did?
Well, it's all about me. It's just one man in it. I was explaining some of my life. And I called it Revelation because my father invented some things which started a luggage company, which is peculiar because I hate packing. But he started this and became one of the most successful luggage companies in England, along with Samsonite. And so the Revelation suitcase represented all the money.
That went off the screen.
Well, what went off the screen?
Oh, your YouTube address.
I'll leave it up there. Yeah,
Wow,
you should get it. You'll have to get it personalized, Clive, so that it can just be your name. YouTube/Clive Kennedy.
Yeah, that's too long.
Get somebody to do that for you.
Do what?
To shorten your YouTube link.
Yeah, put your name in the link. So
yeah, if you're the one that manages your YouTube page, you can actually customize your name yourself. But if you don't know how to do it, you'll have to get someone that knows how to do it. It doesn't cost anything. You'll just have to give them the password to your account, and you probably want to be with them when they do it, or just let you type in your password, and then they can go in and customize your name, and it would read YouTube /Clive Kennedy. Simple as that.
That makes more sense that way.
Oh, and it isn't like that at the moment, you're saying?
Oh, I don't care because I just click on links, but Sybil was trying to write it down just now.
Okay, I remember that.
As she was saying that, that's long, but all the links are like that unless you customize them, Sybil.
Mine's customized.
Yeah, because I customized it for you in 2016.
I want to thank you again for doing that. It made it so much easier.
Yes. Now you're saying it customized the link on YouTube. Is that the one?
Yes, that's correct.
And
just like the Facebook links, how the Facebook links have your name. It has facebook.com/Clive Kennedy. You can do the same thing on YouTube.
Oh, and it isn't like that. All right.
Jeanette says she loves the show.
Oh, good.
So, Clive, you've been around for a while. How do you feel about the direction that the music is going in or is in?
Well, I'm scared. Obviously, it's quite extraordinary what they can do. Yesterday, I managed to make a song out of AI with just some instructions.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, I think AI is brilliant, though.
Oh, it
I'm
is.
just
It's
the
absolutely
opposite.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm just the opposite because it's helping me to do a lot of things that I have projects that I'm working on. And so it saves me a lot of typing because I have arthritis in my fingers, and I cannot do a lot of typing like I used to, because I used to type like 110 words a minute. And of course, that was when I was young, fresh out of high school, and I didn't have, arthritis. I could still type fast then, but on the past 5 years, I would say, I have started having the arthritis in mostly my left hand, because on my right, I worked with the government as a case manager, where I had to do a lot of typing. And that's the job that I retired from. And I also worked for the state in processing appeals. And that's why, I had to do a lot of typing back then. And my fingers are just worn out. So AI really helps me. Like when I'm talking, like on my chats and Messenger on my phone and my texts, I use Google Voice, and it takes a while for Google, because they get accustomed to your voice. So that's the funny part. Because if you don't check it, it'll have you cursing everybody else.
Yeah, I have seen artists come out not agreeing with AI. One being that it was able to duplicate their sound and everything. So it seems like it's a bit of controversy when it comes to the singing industry versus AI.
Well, that's why you have to have your own style. See, the reason for that, TM, is that because, and I would say in the last 20 years, all these songs, no matter what genre they are, they all sound alike, because nobody has a unique style anymore. Like in the old days, like, Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, James Brown, Percy Sledge, I can name a whole lot of them. Nobody can sing like Al Green. And AI cannot copy Al Green. I don't care how much it tries. I would be willing to bet you $1.25 that it couldn't. If I had $1.25 million, I'd bet you that much. But
Well, I'd take that bet.
Yeah, right.
No,
I mean, seriously, I would like for somebody to try to experiment using AI to copy Al Green's voice.
Oh, they could do it easily.
Yeah, they can do it easily, because what's happening now, it's so advanced to where they are doing collabs, the artists with each other through AI. AI is doing it. It's not the artist that's doing it.
But if it's not the artist, I thought you said the artist was collaborating with AI.
Yeah, AI is able to collaborate songs that are not done by the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they create whole new songs. That's all I know.
Yeah, they create new songs, but they cannot copyright the same song. Even AI cannot copyright a song that's been copyrighted.
Oh, the copyright law is going to be absolutely a mess.
There's going to be a lot of lawsuits against AI if anybody tries to do that. That's why YouTube and Facebook, they have these algorithms that can detect when somebody posts somebody else's music or somebody else's film. And they will flag you, and they'll put you in Facebook jail, and YouTube has jail now. They'll put you in jail. I know, because I've been doing this technology stuff since 2000. But I still would bet you, Tim, and you too, Clive, that now AI might could create some new words, but AI is not going to be able to create a voice that is exactly like Al Green's, that is exactly like James Brown's, that is exactly like Aretha Franklin's, that is exactly like Elvis Presley. They can't do it. Why? Because these people had their own style. These young people that sing now, they all sound alike to me.
I can't tell them apart.
I can't either, Sybil. You tell me somebody's like Taylor Swift. She's a very famous young artist, but I wouldn't know her music if I heard it because it sounds just like the next girls to me.
Well, it does. She does bubblegum pop, for the 17-year-olds.
Something like that. But Clive, you know what I'm talking about, right?
They sound alike, all tinny.
I know what you're talking about, but they have already absolutely copied people's voices. All they do is they sample the voice and then they put it into the pot, and then they stir it, and it comes out as exactly that voice, and they can give it any words they want.
So now where is this done, Clive?
Where is it done?
Yes.
They're doing it now.
They're doing it now.
I'm talking to Clive. I want to tell me where it's being done because I want to go there and see for myself.
Well, it's on the internet. I'm sure you can find the one you were talking about before that was a collaboration involved Drake.
Yes.
And I forget who the other one was.
Right.
So what happened with Drake, Tim? So what happened with Drake, Tim?
Somebody.
Hey, Jeanette from Houston, Texas is in the house. Hi, Jeanette. She say, Richard Self, please
Jeanette.
call me.
Hey.
Jeanette, what you want, my cameraman, girl? Jeanette, look, she done add some sugar on top. I love this show and trying to steal my cameraman. She trying to steal my cameraman, Jen. You taking him all the way down. She got to bring him all the way down to Houston, Texas. Well, one thing I know about Jen that I know is that Jeanette, he will come. He will come. If you pay him good, pay him right. Now treat him right. He'll come. All right.
Tim, what were you saying there? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just simply saying the collab that was done is done with Drake, and I can't remember who the other person was. And it sounded exactly like them. I mean, to a T. And the thing where artists is really having a problem at is that they're able to duplicate their voices and their style to the point to where as you take an artist like Drake that probably would charge you $1 million to do a collab with. You see what I mean? So that's how it's creating so much controversy when it comes to that.
So are you saying that Drake was in on it? Or
he was not in on it. He had nothing to do with it.
So is he doing a lawsuit about it?
I'm probably quite sure that he probably is. But
of course,
this was something that had never been done before. And it showed just how good AI is.
I see your point. You want to say how excellent it is.
Yes.
Well, the thing about it is this. There is no precedent law because it is new. You're right on that. So there is no precedent law. Some law will have to be set against it in order to protect these singers' voices, you see. But because this is something just brand new, fell out of the sky, and it is not a human person, a human entity, then there's no precedent law for it, you see.
Well, the human has to program it in, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
At the moment.
At the moment. You're right. At the moment.
I know.
Yeah, I see you and Tim on the same page.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break after that one. But go ahead, Tim. Finish that closing thought. We'll let Cathy come back with some more questions for Clay.
Oh, okay. Well, getting back to Come On Time, the short music, it says music documentary, though, here at the Decibel Film Festival. So in San Francisco, it won the jury prize.
Yes, it won a few prizes in different festivals. I think they won one in England. It was also shown at the Odeon in Leicester Square, which is one of England's top movie places. And I think it's still going on. It's out of my hands somewhat because the videographer obviously is in charge of what's happening to his baby. But yes, there was music in it. The whole point, because I have a song called Come On Time, they called it Come On Time, was eventually at the end of the movie, I get it right or something. I think that was how they created drama. And there were two other songs, and we recorded them at Peter Gabriel's studio in England, and which was huge.
Wow.
And it was well done. They had all the musicians and everything had sort of rehearsed their parts, and it was fun, I must say. But yes, there were songs throughout the documentary, and my one-man show was basically, I didn't say that there were songs, but it was mostly songs. So I would talk about my life and then do the song. Sometimes the song related to what I'd just been talking about, which was I was striving for, but not always got. And
Okay, so a fun question, and then we're gonna get out of the studio in just a little bit. Are those guitars that I see sitting around your in your background there? Are those guitars? Do you play?
Oh yes, I do.
Do you want to strum a little something for us?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I can strum a little something for you. It'll be
All right,
a sad song about the music business.
We'll take a break, and when Clive comes back, he's going to strum us out on the show. All right. We'll be back. You're on Stick and Stay. Don't go away. Let me just get the studio. I hate it when it's this slow. Okay, we'll be back, y'all.
What am I going to get? Ooh, cherries. Oh, okay. How about cherry ice cream? With sprinkles? And maybe a baguette. And a French boy. Bonjour. Ooh la la, baby. You know what I need? Bath bombs. Bombs away! Gotta have Takis. Oh, I need balls. Okay, I'm gonna need some glue. Oh, and a new charger. I can never find those things. And I gotta get flowers for mommy. And a little something for me. Can I get a robe?
Okay, we're coming back in. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody in here, and it looks like everybody's back. Clive, I'm going to put you on spotlight. Are you ready to take us away?
Yep.
You're on deck. You're on deck. Here we go.
How long have we got? Well, let's see. There used to be money in music. People would buy a CD, and the money they spent help musicians pay rent, and great songwriters like me. Yes, there used to be money in music till they up and downloaded our songs. And now a big hit just gets downloads and shit. So where has the money all gone? All together now. Where has the money all gone? The money we made when they paid for a song. Where has it gone, gone? Well, now most of the money in music is somewhere up there in the cloud. It's all virtually free, so between you and me, we are virtually running out. So don't let your kids study music. One day they'll need a place of their own. But with a music degree, they could end up like me and still be living at home singing. Where has the money all gone? The money we made when they paid for a song. Where has it gone? Are we off for time because of the bridge? Meanwhile up there on Copyright Hill, the boys in the lobby were poised for the kill. Then they got a new act and they passed a new bill. They had everyone singing along all together. Now, maybe I will make another one if 100 million of you stream this song. Oh, where's the money all gone? Where's the money all gone? And who's going to play for nothing tonight? And all that sort of thing.
We can't pay for it, but we can give you a big round of applause. Yeah.
Oh, let's hear that. Thank you. That's too much.
Listen, I'll tell you what. If I never said that I wasn't gonna ever marry again, I'd marry you.
You remember?
I told you Emily would like you.
That's a lot.
That's very nice.
You're very likable.
Well, thank you for having me. I enjoyed being here. I'm not sure that I was here. I was always here, of course, but I enjoyed being with you.
You make me laugh. That's why I'd marry you. You keep me laughing.
Oh, you darling. Yes, that's very important in life. I quite agree.
And Clive, I sent you a Facebook request, so make sure you accept it, pretty please.
She's just trying to cut in on my time. Clive, I'm sending you one too.
I will. Yes, I will.
I don't fight. Girls will be girls, but don't fight.
Yes. I'm working on that song. I got another version of Girls Will Be Girls. I know you had one as well.
Clive, I think you put a spell on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You put a spell on me.
Tim and I are not going to.
And SYBIL too.
So you're a singer too. Yeah, that's all we need, more singing.
Yeah, I was a church musician for 43 years.
Golly.
And singer. Yeah.
Did you play the organ? And that's not a
I played that B3 like she was mine.
She did.
That's the best organ that exists.
No organ sounds like a B3. And no piano.
I toured France with
Emily told me that.
Clive, what were you saying, Clive?
I toured France with my organist had a B3, so we had the two roto speakers and the organ. It was an incredibly heavy business.
Yes. It's heavy. It was heavy to transport from place to place, but but all churches always, mostly always had it. It just stays stabilized, But with bands traveling with those. Back like in Al Green's time, James Brown's time. That was a lot of it took about 10 men to lift that baby. But you had to handle her. You had to handle her with care too.
There was no other sound like it.
No other. I bet you AI can't copy that.
Oh yeah, and the sounds that they've already got sound like a Leslie.
Yeah, they do. They do. They already. They do. They can copy the instrumental songs. They've been doing that for quite a while because
Emily told me about that organ.
Yeah, you see me play it too, haven't you, SYBIL? Yeah, but
Clive has a website. Oh, I guess we should mention his website at least.
Yes, type it in.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
It's
just
CliveKennedy.com, of course. And
of course, yeah.
And spend money, because I'm not sure I'm selling anything on it. But maybe we are. I think we're selling a CD.
I'm going to type that in while we take closing comments. Tim, you first.
Oh, wow. Great show. Thanks so much, Clive, for stopping by and spending time with us.
You got one of them accents, haven't you? That's
well, I'm from the South, so it's a Southern accent.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but thanks so much, man, coming by and spending time with us and sharing parts of your life with us. Feel free to come back anytime.
Thank you. How about 10 minutes from now?
All right.
That would be great.
We'll do it.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for having me. I really
wait a minute. We're
appreciate
not done. We got closing comments from SYBIL.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Cathy.
Yes.
And then you're
I
going
really,
to give the last one.
I might
really enjoyed you, of course. And Cathy just outdoing herself, finding celebrities such as yourself. And just, she has really spiced up our show with her talent of finding people.
Yeah.
And we just loved you tonight, and you're very talented, and we want you to come back again on the Emily Pearl Show.
Love to. Very nice. Thank you, everybody.
Cathy?
Well, thank you, Clive, for coming to the rescue. And we didn't even talk about when you roller skated with Ringo and how you worked with Andrew Lloyd Webber and all these other things. But
And the
we
Queen.
can.
Don't forget the
Huh?
Queen.
And yeah, Queen Elizabeth. Go ahead.
Yes, yes.
The second. What did you do? I know your brother worked for her, but
Yes,
right?
yes, she gave him a title. But you don't meet the Queen. I was presented to her on a couple of occasions. I didn't know her well, but I knew some of her godchildren.
Okay. Good deal.
And Charles as well. Yeah,
right.
It's another world.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and one other thing, he actually went to Graceland with them.
Prince William and Prince Harry were there with us, and we had a tour of Graceland, which was reserved.
Oh, yeah. I remember when they came to Memphis because the local news station actually interviewed Harry down on Bill Street that night, on a Friday night, I believe it was. And you probably was with him then.
Yes, probably. Was it at a rib joint? Was it at the rib joint?
I think it was a rendezvous. Yeah.
Oh, then in that case, it was the rendezvous. Yes, that was the dry rub or
the dry ribs. Yeah, the rendezvous. I remember it well.
Well, you know, this funny thing is, after touring Graceland, they asked me to actually do Elvis Presley impersonations, and they had a whole stage set up, and
and you did it.
Captive audience. Yes, because the mother of the bride knew that I used to do that in England.
Yeah. And I saw I caught a twist of that when you sang "Happy Birthday" to Richard tonight.
Yeah, I was doing Elvis.
That was a lot like Elvis.
Yeah,
a lot like Elvis. Well, I surely want to thank you so much for coming in. We're gonna have you back. I like to have him back, Cathy, on a regular basis. As often as he's willing to come.
Oh, I think he's willing to come. The money's right.
Yeah, we'll pass the plate around. How about that?
Yeah, we'll pay you on the 12th of never.
Oh yeah,
but SYBIL has this really nice line that she always used to trip me out with when nobody can ever say no to SYBIL, but then when they start mentioning money to do it, she said, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of it. Just put it on my bill." So just put this one on our bill, okay?
I forgot I said that.
Yeah, she did.
Cathy, thank you so much for inviting me.
You're so welcome, Clive. Yeah. But we've known each other a long time, decades.
Long time, really? Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Great friends.
And we wrote 3 songs.
We wrote 3 songs: "Surrender Your Heart," a couple of different versions, "Theory of Love," and "Dear John."
Oh, okay.
That's wonderful.
Great.
All right, then.
Great
Well,
song.
thank you
We should play
again.
them on the show one day.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good, Kathy. All right.
That was wonderful.
Y'all get together on a date on that, okay? And let me know in at least a couple of weeks ahead of time so that I can really kind of put it out there a lot, you know, publicize it and get it optimized on the Google sites and things, okay?
Oh,
That
sure.
would be great. And I just want to thank you again so much. I thank my team, my crew. Y'all are the best. I thank our loyal fans, our loyal audience, our loyal commenters that do come in and comment. I thank all of you that watch and do not comment, and all of our other platforms that cannot comment because, you know, Facebook won't put them through for some reason, but that's their thing. We don't worry about it. As long as they can see our show every now and then. But these kids are so smart. They know how to get around Facebook. Because y'all know every now and then we have kids popping here, right? From the game, from the game platforms. Yeah, they do. And so they know how to get around it, but I don't know how to get around it. I don't worry about it. So thank you guys again. And so I'm going to close with the Emily Pearls Show slogan, if I may. To all of my pearls in the listening audience tonight, a pearl is defined as a precious thing. It is the finest example of something special. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor, you, my pearls, are a precious thing. You are the finest example of someone special. All right. And as we say around here in the Emily Pearl studio, listen, don't hate them, congratulate them. And if you deem it and mean it, I promise you, my pearls, everything good that you do will what, team?
Come back
to
you. All right. That's our time. We thank you so much, everybody. We thank you again to our special guest, Clive Kennedy. All right.
Yes.
Let's give him one last round of applause as we close the show tonight. Everybody clap for Clive. All right.
I'll do the something and tap myself.
All right.
All right. Thank you, guys. That's our time. We'll see y'all. Good night.
Thank you
for
very
joining.
much. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Thank you all so much.
Good night. Good night. Good